If you visit KSP's wiki page called Planned Features, you would see a bunch of hopefully upcoming features to KSP. But if you scroll down to the Not Planned or Shelved section, you would see this. Weapons or military features are not yet planned or shelved, and thus specific purpose weapons will probably never appear in stock KSP. But they can appear in modded KSP. Here we can see a KSP video channel with a video about a military truck in KSP. Next, we see an ultra popular video called KSP Kerbals at War by Squeegee McCoy, having over 800,000 views, showing a confrontation of war machines destroying each other on Kerbin. Why has a game that has been around for a relatively short period of time quickly developed a large fan base of war-loving players? This is a game intended for space exploration, so why did it become so militarized? And should it? This is the topic of today's talking video. In this clip, you see me sending a craft somewhere a little far from the space center. And this is the target for a missile in quotations, that I will try to launch and hit this target. Anyway, let's consider what makes for a weapon. Well, in that case, practically anything can be a weapon. A spoon, for instance, can be hurled at somebody's face and it could break their nose. That's a pretty bad example, but you get the point. Any object that has mass can be a weapon in some way or another. That way, even stock or non-stock parts in KSP are weapons. But not every object is a military weapon, right? Indeed, military weapons are specifically engineered for killing and destruction. In that regard, none of KSP's stock parts are military weapons. However, since KSP's core features designing machines and craft, some parts could be put together to make a military weapon. Even stock parts, yes. I have made a very simple stock missile that will indeed destroy the target. Have I actually created a military missile? But this rocket can do many other things other than just colliding with the target. Attach a mystery goo on it and it could be sent to break the atmosphere and collect science about the vacuum of space. From a machine of death, this simple object could become a vehicle for science collection. In this next clip, you see me messing around with the mod BD Armory, attaching cluster bombs to a stock airplane. Those cluster bombs are specifically designed to be cluster bombs. There is not much good use for them in any other area of application, right? What could you use a cluster bomb for other than dropping it on an innocent village? One of the most appreciated aspects of Kerbal Space Program is that it is a gateway to science, to physics, chemistry, aerodynamics, astronomy, and aerospace. It lets you learn while you play. And indeed, making military weapons does require science and research. A very strong argument for the inclusion of military weapons in KSP is that it takes learning the science behind things one step further. Personally, I myself are very well informed about the horrors of war and the military. I live in a place where seeing multiple F-16s constantly bombing residential areas is common. I myself am a pacifist, but that does not mean I cannot appreciate the science behind military weapons. And it doesn't mean I couldn't indulge in engineering virtual weapons in a virtual game. NASA, as you may know, has a very strong affiliation with the United States military. The SR-71 Blackbird was designed by NASA, but it was also a bomber for the military. NASA designs ICBMs, spying satellites, and many other machines that the military uses. And since KSP is about running a space program, why can't you do what NASA does in that regard? A little bit earlier, I was playing Arma 3. which, as you may know, is a military simulator. This game is made to simulate war, but unlike Arma 3, KSP is not a simulator. It is a game, as confirmed by a poll in which 76.8% of the voters voted for it being first and foremost a game, not a simulator. A brilliant essay written by Micheal Hitchen addresses the balance between reality and entertainment in video games that try to emulate war. I recommend reading it to anyone who's trying to delve deep into this subject. And this indeed is a very large subject, a very deep subject, one that requires discussion, one that requires active research and thinking. I hope in this short video I have even tried to introduce this subject to the viewer. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, mentioning what topic of the next talking video can be about. Have a good day.